The Lagos State Deputy Governor, Kadri Hamzat, has charged the respective heads of service within the Southwest Zone to be strategic and result-oriented in the transformation and development of the country. Now, the Deputy Governor made this known during his keynote address at the Radisson Blu Ikeja, where he noted that professionalism in the civil service should be driven by innovation, technology, data, and, of course, the will to deliver measurable results.
When I joined the service,
the Lagos State Government plays host to the 2025 strategic meeting of Southwest Head of Service, where representatives from Ekiti, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, and Oyo joins Lagos under the able coordination of the Development Agenda for Western Nigeria Commission to discuss how to deepen professionalism in the civil service towards improved service delivery. The chairman of the Federal Civil Service Commission kicks off the conversation, focusing on integrated development of the region.
Whether you are doing policy administration or policy management, service delivery, or you are implementing regulations, regulatory control, we are expected to deploy professionalism to translate government development agenda into implementable programs and projects. We are supposed to mobilize the entire sector of the economy and the society to implement government's development agenda. In the process of doing that, we are supposed to enact a mix of fiscal, monetary, investment, trade policies to empower private producers and create the right kind of incentive and enable environment for growth in the economy.
Lagos State already has a template being used for development known as Themes Plus Agenda. In carrying others along, the State Head of Service highlights initiatives that can develop the Southwest region.
I believe we will be engaging in deliberations that will generate resolutions which will go a long way to further foster rapid development of the Southwest states and the region in particular. Let me share a few thoughts on initiatives that the heads of service across the Southwest may consider to enhance interstate collaboration and professionalism within the Southwest Civil Service. One, we could consider cross-state service engagement programs. We could also consider establishment of interstate joint committees to develop joint policies on civil service professionalism, performance, evaluation, and ethical standards. We could consider the development of a Southwest Civil Service digital portal where policies, reports, best practices can be accessed by officials across the Southwest states. We could also consider setting up a virtual knowledge sharing session where civil servants engage ideas on reforms, e-government, and efficiency and improvement.
The Director General of the Development Agenda for Western Nigeria says digital revolution has completely changed the style of service delivery, one that must be adopted in the civil service.
As AI and other emerging technologies transform the public sector globally, we must lead responsibly. This means adopting standards and protocols that protect public interest while enhancing efficiency and participating actively in shaping ethical frameworks for tech adoption in government. We are not mere users of innovation. We should be policy shapers, standard setters, and ethical stewards. With the right approach, AI and digital technologies can amplify human judgment rather than replace it. You, as heads of service, sit at the helm of this transformation. You are more than administrators. You are strategists, implementers, and custodians of public trust. Your leadership defines not just how policies are executed, but how citizens experience government. We have seen your efforts at work, from Lagos's digitization and digital literacy training to statewide capacity building and citizen-centric platforms. These initiatives exemplify what is possible with vision and commitment. Let this serve as models to inspire even broader adoption across the country.
The Deputy Chief of Staff speaks on the state government's plan to increase state revenue.
We want to be able to increase our internally generated revenue from 2% right now of the GDP of the state to about 5%. It's not just a plan of initiative, but it's a plan whose initiatives also are supported by the idea of how they will be achieved. It is sitting on 447 specific initiatives. In the first big pillar of thriving economy, we have selected certain sectors that are priority sectors. The wholesale and retail trade, food and beverages, shipping and logistics services, financial services, real estate services, arts and entertainment, building the tech ecosystem, and developing SMEs. The idea is that when we selected it and prioritized this, we looked at it based on the right of Lagos to win in this sector in Africa and globally, and also the size of the impact that each of these sectors will make. So under the thriving economy, we have about 163 initiatives. Under human-centric city, about 77 initiatives and 18 KPIs. Under modern infrastructure, we have 90 initiatives and 17 KPIs. And under effective governance, we have 117 initiatives and 3 KPIs. We are constantly tracking this, so it's not something we leave to our dreams or to our wishes. We keep on driving it to ensure that everything is in track to do that. So anytime Lagos announces that we have hit 80% of the budget or 90% of the budget, it means that we're on track by 90% of all of these expectations.
Deputy Governor Kadri Hamzat emphasizes on the need to prioritize professionalism across the Southwest states and collaborate to achieve good governance.
Professionalism in the civil service must be the bedrock of efficient governance. It must speak to competence, integrity, accountability, responsiveness, and a continuous culture of improvement. It is no longer enough to do things the old way. Today's civil service must be driven by innovation, technology, data, and the will to deliver measurable results. Dr. Olakba mentioned emeritus professors the way that we abandoned intelligent civil servants when they leave. Thankfully, that's not what is happening in Lagos. We bring people back. People who have excelled, we bring them back. And they are all here. Some of them are here. So we in Lagos State have continued to prioritize the transformation of our public service in line with our team's agenda through investment in digital infrastructure, regular training, and capacity development, improved welfare for our workforce, and institutionalization of merits-based appointment and promotion. We are building a public service that is resilient, responsive, and people-centered. But we cannot do it alone. As states with a shared vision, as a region with shared vision of history, culture, and vision for regional integration and sustainable development, we must collaborate, share best practices, and jointly tackle the challenges that confront us. The civil service remains a key vehicle for achieving the lofty goals of the Dawn Commission and actualizing the aspirations of the people of the Southwest. I therefore commend the head of service and, of course, leadership of Dawn Commission for this strategic initiative. I just pray that it's not just that we talk and then we don't actualize.
The Lagos State government says it's ready to support the Southwest states in the area of development and charged the head of service from Ekiti, Ondo, Oyo, and others to ensure that the civil service continuously evolves to meet the growing expectations of citizens.